The journey into Tanzania's farming history is just like any other. That of a country in constant destruction of its forest cover, depleting a resource that in turn has affected productivity in a country that is largely agricultural. But it is a history a new breed of farmers here hopes to bury, sowing the seeds that will hopefully give birth to a new Tanzania. Isa Maya is a small farmer in Lushoto village in Korogwe, 415 kilometers from Arusha in Tanzania's northern region, whose 1-acre piece of land boasts of the latest in farming techniques and as such abundant productive yield. But it wasn't always like this for a farm that stood on a steep slope surrounded by bare land cover.
Shida ambayo tulikuwa tunapata kubwa kabisa ni mavuno yalikuwa haba. Na mashamba yetu walikuwa yanachukuliwa na mmomonyoko wa ardhi.
Isa adapted farming techniques he learned through Tanzania's Landcare initiative. Under the initiative, Isa, like hundreds of villagers, have through a collective action adopted a land management and conservation strategy through which they employ such techniques as terraces, mixed farming and Napier grass plantation to minimize soil erosion, the results of which he continues to enjoy every day.
Kwa kutengeneza haya matuta ya meza, tofauti ya kwanza ni kwamba kwa mfano robo eka ukipanda viazi debe 4 ulikuwa unavuna kati ya gunia 1 au gunia 2. Lakini baada ya kupata mafunzo haya ya hifadhi ya ardhi kutoka TIF, basi sasa hivi robo eka tunapanda debe 4. Kila debe 1 linazalisha gunia 5. Kwa hiyo ile robo eka tuliyokuwa tunazalisha gunia 3, sasa hivi tunazalisha gunia 20.
A story that is now slowly becoming popular in most villages here that continue to borrow from each other's farming techniques, exchanging farming knowledge and experiences that have been tried and tested by other farmers and perfecting it with their own additional resource. A story well told by Henry Shirupatu, a farmer in Mwasa.
Mwambia kwa mfano sisi tuliofika Lushoto, tulioona kule Lushoto, ukija ukimwambia mtu bwana inatakiwa uhifadhi ardhi, maana yake wenzetu wa Lushoto kule wanahifadhi ardhi na wanapata mafanikio mazuri, walikuwa bado ni wazito, lakini jinsi hali inavyokwenda nao kidogo wanashawishika tu.
Tanzania, now following in the footsteps of its neighboring Uganda, who have since 2002 employed such sustainable land management techniques to increase agricultural productivity through stimulated collective action amongst farmers that ensures conservation of entire landscapes and not just individual land care. Through collaboration between farmers, farming communities, district local authorities, agricultural experts and partners such as World Agroforestry Center, the district has seen dramatic improvement in productivity and land care.
Earlier, farmers did not really practice contour farming, any erosion control measures, and they were really difficult on that. But after the project came in, farmers did start to make terraces, contour farming, and they did manage also to control soil erosion, because erosion was quite a problem, and also there was low soil fertility and low production of crops. For example, bean production in Mwasa village, it was less than 700 kilograms per hectare. Also, for crops like maize, it was less than 700 or so kilograms per hectare. But after introduction of the project and having terraces, the production of beans did almost double, from 700 kilograms per hectare to about 1,200, 1,300, 1,400 kilograms per hectare. It was really a significant improvement.
The implementation of such collective action seen through Nguvu Kazi, a 25-member group that has joined efforts towards this achievement, having started small just 2 years ago, planting cabbages on land that is largely steep and thus submissive to soil erosion. The group now talks of soil conservation techniques that have changed their agricultural path.
Baada ya kuona kwamba hali tuliokuwa nayo mwanzoni imepata kubadilika kwa kiwango kikubwa, kwa hiyo tumeona ni heri tuendelee na hii ambayo tunayo sasa hivi, kwa sababu inatuletea tija zaidi.
It is a calculation that has been translated to the agricultural earnings, having employed contour farming methods as well as the planting of trees to reduce soil erosion, the results of which have seen a more fertile soil cover for their crops.
Mapato yamekuwa ni mazuri. Awali tulikuwa hatujitoshelezi wenyewe kwa chakula, pia kwa soko. Kwa hiyo sasa hivi tunajitosheleza kwa chakula na soko vile vile.
The adoption of bylaws to govern how land is utilized under this new program has been Landcare's major initiative that allows farmers chart the direction they want for their land. And for Tanzania, it has been an undertaking they continue to employ.
Penalty zetu za ambazo wanavijiji wamependekeza, kuna kwa mfano kulima, kujalima kama mtaalamu alivyoelekeza. Kuna faini zimewekwa, kuna kuanzia shilingi 500 mpaka 1500 hapo. Kuna penalty za kukata miti. Kukata mti unalipa 10,000 pamoja na kuotesha miti mingine kama 3. Penalty zingine kuna zile za kufanya kazi za jamii, kiwemo labda kuchimba barabara.
The only thing that can make all the households to do or to conserve either a spring or either a forest or whatever, or even infrastructure, things like road, they cannot be done by a single individual or a single household. So we have to have something to bind them together, and this is nothing else other than bylaws.
Well, basing on the fact that this project has been initiated by the local people, by our farmers, they have been involved throughout the stages from project identification, project implementation, and therefore, to me, this is one of the sustainable projects that we have within the council.
These bylaws are to be used on a specific area, as they cannot be uniform, as they may set some standards, penalties, and such alike, which are quite different from one village to another.
But the implementation of such bylaws remains Tanzania's biggest challenge.
Kukana watu wataka moyo kidogo, taka kuhamasisha watu kwa kutumia hekima. Kama ni maneno yale hekima hunayo, uweze kukaa hii jamii.
It is a work in progress, though, say area leaders who remain confident that the technique will catch on for a country that has over the years adamantly refused to embrace change. Leaders saying that the 2-year project may still be facing challenges, but it is slowly changing the mindsets of farmers in the area.
Mifumo ambayo tulikuwa tunaitumia kule mwanzoni ni kwamba wakulima unakuta kwamba wanakaa tu, wanangojea labda project ije au serikali ije kuwaletea maendeleo yao wao wenyewe. Lakini kwa mfumo wa serikali sasa hivi tunastahili kwamba kila mtu awe na uwezo, wajengewe uwezo wa kufanya wa kujiletea maendeleo yao wenyewe. Kwanza wajitambue kwamba ndio wenyewe wanasababisha haya au uchakavu wa mazingira, na pia waweze kutumia rasilimali zao ili waweze kutatua haya matatizo walionayo.
The seeds of landcare management planted in Tanzania, though facing challenges, are nowhere near wilting for a country determined to blossom agriculturally in the hope of becoming a self-sustainable food basket.